Welcome back, you sick fucks. It's Le Binding d'Isaac. And, I'm Mary Jane Blank. I'm a stoned writer. Playing a video game. And you're watching it. Me do so. Oh, shit. I didn't even see the name of the spaceman. What is this spaceman's deal? Oh, spaceman is mom. Shit. Ah, shit. Fuck me. Sounds all fucked up. I'm glad I noticed. Because I don't record every game optimally, to be honest. I record it for optimal play rather than optimal recording, so make a lot of fuck-ups. Fuck it up. Oh, I died immediately. That was fun. That was an interesting one. Oh, yeah, let me just... 1 second here. Turn this down a little bit, slightly. I think that's probably fine. I'm not streaming or anything. I don't have a streaming setup as far as I know. I've tried to stream 2D games like this, but didn't work, so I think that a, like, Apple laptop is not exactly a streaming rig, and I can accept that. I can accept that this is certainly not set up for that. Like, I need to get someone's assistance to construct an actual gaming PC for once in my fucking life. Oh, shit. No, no. Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck is that flat thing? A flat penny. Oh, neat. Weird. I do appreciate that it was a flat penny. That. Alright, we got Larry. Larry the cable guy, I think? I think that's what this thing is, right? Get her in! Hey, I was a teenager in the mid-2000s. I watched the Blue Collar Comedy special, like, it was on TV a lot. Let's just say that. Back in 2005, it was on TV a lot. So, despite being a West Coast coastal elite, or whatever the fuck I'm supposed to be, I just consider myself a stoner, burnout, a dilettante. I mean, I'm a gay, trans woman, hippie, anarchist, you know? No, I'm everyone's fucking worst nightmare. I'm white, too, so yeah, exactly, like... I'm everyone's worst goddamn nightmare. Although, then again, saying that, I'm like, no, you know, people are actually pretty creative. They have a lot more than one worst nightmare identity, if they're that kind of person. If they use identity to define people's value. I find that all really odd, but whatever. Well, because, like, so, certain aspects of identity, because of constructed identity, basically, and cultivated identities, we have two different kinds of identities, but they're treated the same way, right? So we've got identities that cannot be changed, innate, and their meaning is as much imposed as it is comes from yourself, you know, as it is self-defined. You know, a lot of folks in a group, you know, they don't necessarily choose to be a part of, or you know, complain about that a lot, that their view is underrepresented in some way because of whatever their perception of it is, you know, that their perceived community doesn't match. I'm being really vague here because this can fit several different kind of things. Okay. Like, for my example would be Blair White, of course, the conservative trans woman who is transphobic, which is just one of those things where it's like, really? You know? It's really odd. I just find it really odd, but then again, I am, bombs are key. Oh, turn 10 of my bombs into keys. Okay. This time I can kind of accept that, although the bombs are also good for their own reasons, and so it's a little shitty. A dime and a key. What the fuck? A fork? I'm getting all kinds of shit. Is it gonna replace my flat penny? Yeah, it did. Well, I don't want my fork. I want a flat penny. Because it looks so fucking useless. I really have no idea what the stuff in this slot do at all, by the way. I don't understand it. I don't know what it means. What is that? $7 for a black cloak. $3 for a heart. $5 for a card. I don't know what it is, but it kind of looks like an item, so I'm not sure I want to fuck with it necessarily, because I have a couple items already. I don't have a Q item yet, but which is in the opposite corner. But anyway, so essentially, and then we have identities like gamer, right? You know, we have identities that are completely constructed. You know, it's completely defined by what you do and not actually who you are. And who you are meaning more like what you cannot change about yourself. Anybody can stop playing video games. You know, I mean, they might claim that they're still a gamer even if they stop playing video games. But, I mean, I certainly am. I'm certainly still a gamer when I'm not playing video games. I've gone through times in my life where I couldn't really do it. Not often anyway. Not as like, not every day like I do now, like I do for most of my life. For a while, for like 4 or 5 months, I didn't at all. Just couldn't, you know. Battery power was at a premium, so video games destroy your batteries. Your computer's just out like that. Okay, so for curiosity's sake, I'm gonna have to use Tammy's head, because I can't just not find out what it does, right? Oh, that's what the flat penny does. It gives me a key occasionally when I pick up a coin? Maybe so. Isaac versus Monstro. Oh, wow. So I could have used Monstro against Monstro? So that's what that did? Really? So, okay. It was just like a little AoE thing. Okay, so the power difference, because of the randomness factor here, again, the power difference is huge. Like, Monstro's Tooth would have conquered Monstro in literally one strike. And that did no damage to it at all because I didn't know how it was going to affect it. Because it's not going to do that much damage to a single target, right? It's an AoE. It's kind of its whole shtick. This is a fucking well-balanced game. This game is amazing, by the way. From, like, a design perspective, like, fuck me. Like, this is certainly... I hope that people learn about this in college, when they're in game design classes, because this is, like, fucking brilliant. But anyway, obviously the kind of, like, the outlandish elements of it make it seem a little silly. The Newgrounds logo at the beginning always tickles me. Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh. I don't like that they can't hurt each other, because they do this dangerous AoE move, but it can't hurt each other. I'm not wasting Monstro's Tooth on fucking enemies. Oh, I did it anyway. I panicked, and it didn't even work that well. See? Okay, so the items are also super situational. I hadn't thought about this actively yet, but they absolutely are super situational. Oh god. Go back. Just go back. Anywhere. Go away. Just leave. Just don't live, you green fucking spiders. Spider webs. Oh shit, sorry dude. Sorry friend. Now, I don't like that those can kill you. It's like kind of pointless. Why do they let you kill yourself with it? Right? Like, if something is supposed to be beneficial, why would they let you kill yourself with it? I guess it's the random chance thing. It has nothing to do with letting you do X or Y. It's all behind the scenes dice rolls. Essentially. Right? So that's why it cost, I paid like 5 or 6 hearts. And got nothing and died. I guess that's kind of its thing, this game's thing too, actually. It plays with gambling a lot. As a concept. Oh, butt shit. As opposed to other kinds. Fuck me, dude. Oh, I'm 1 hit away. Of course I am. Good. I'm so glad to almost die. The money poop. Not bad. I don't mind the money poop so much. It's like, I'm not gonna die, but I'm also not really killing them either. Got me 3 goddamn keys. Fuck! A $5 value. Actually, if each one goes for $5, that's a $15 fucking value. Fuck. That's cool. And I gained 3 coins with them as well. So the flat penny, I would say, is one of those powerful items that I've seen yet. Thank you! Thank you, game. It heard me compliment it and wanted to share. Thank you, flat penny. Aw. I'm glad that you feel flattered. I'm kidding. I just enjoy giving personality to computers and stuff like that because I just think it's gonna happen in my lifetime. And so I want to get ahead of the curve. I want to have a good relationship with my electronics. I don't want them to dislike me when they realize that I've enslaved them. And that essentially they are no more than an oven to me. They're just imbued with emotion because of the hundreds of hours a year I spend at my computer. That's actually probably wrong. Closer to thousands. Although, yeah, thousands. Be like 10 weeks. Is that Monopoly money? $3 bill, random tiers. Why is Isaac so happy? It's like when you see someone who's really shitty, happy. It's like, oh no, why are you happy? Oh, is it per room random tiers? Isaac versus Blighted Earth. There is a lot of... I can't even call it... I was gonna say, like, humor, question mark, but no, it's not meant to be funny, I don't think. I don't think this is meant to be funny. This is certainly disturbing. Unless, like, it's supposed to be like, oh, it's so disturbing it's funny kind of thing. Like, if that's the case, it's still disturbing. It's still admitting that it's disturbing, it's just it also admitting that you don't particularly necessarily find it disturbing, right? I don't know. I don't know. Interpretation is hard. Essentially, I guess what I'm saying is my interpretation of this is it's fucking disturbing, creepy, and if it's a joke, it's in bad taste. But as far as creepy imagery grows, I can live with it. It certainly hits my scare spots. Or my squick spots? I don't know. My discomfort zone. It definitely hits my piss! Riddle me piss, boys! So sorry. To be an internet queer and reference the McElroys is just so cliche at this point. And I got into them totally independently, too, on my own. You know, no one else got me into them. I just found them through how I found a lot of other things. And so, I don't know, they're just hilarious. Actually, you know how I found them? I exactly know how I found them. I don't know how I found Drawfee, but I found them through Drawfee. Completely. Nice. Fuck. I want the real heart. Thank you. That one's headless. That's a little fucked up. Damn, dude. The random tears thing is fucking wild, because sometimes you get powerful tears. Real powerful ass tears. Oh yeah, like this one for the gray tears. I don't understand why the $3 bill gives you random tears. That association does not make any fucking sense to me. But whatever. You know, maybe it's a reference or something. Like, I have a real problem with the amount of reference culture kind of shit. Basically, it's like I've stopped wanting to watch movies. I just stopped caring. I don't want to watch a movie anymore. You know, I get tired of movies without seeing them by online discourse, and it's sad. I mean, I know that part of it is because of YouTube algorithm and stuff like that. And all these algorithms, like, it pays to have a take. If you are an online take haver, it pays to have a take. Even if your takes are usually about, like, how everything is a market. And stuff like that. Nope, don't go in the mouth. Okay, I'm gonna take Mom's Pearl and see what that does. Oh good, I got blood. My feeling is that the blood is slightly more powerful. Oh, what? Is Mom's Pearl... Did that freeze them in place? If so... If that's what it does, very powerful. Very big if true. Wait, what is in this room? Oh, it's probably... Oh, right, it's the key. That's the flat penny. Which is pretty nice, to be honest. Gives me 1,000,000 keys, but I guess I have 3 keys. I guess I'm happy on my keys. Oh, nice. You can get the ones that... Ugh! You can get the boomerang ones that go backwards. Gosh. Gosh, this is terrible. Please stop trying to kill me. I hate that they have to hurt you to go off. Ooh, full health. Oh, okay, that's fine. What do we have here? Deck of Gods. The deck of cards. Wait a second. So, if I hit space, will it pull a random card, or will it spawn the cards? You know, the best way to find this out is to go into a boss fight. And do it in a boss fight. Whoops. Sorry. Sorry. Widow? I think it's just Widow. I think Widow is already on brand. So. Gosh. You know, it's really wild how, like... Fuck! was thinking of social media, and I was like, it's so wild how social media is trying to start lives, and I died. And I died. Oh, fuck off. Gosh darn it. Gash dungit is what I have to say about that. Gush dungo. Gash dango. Fuck, dude. It's so funny. So, yeah. How was your Thanksgiving? I had 2 Thanksgivings, and they were both interesting. My second Thanksgiving involved me trying to radicalize my family, but not even, like, intentionally. It's just that, like, what I've learned about the world, I'm really mad. I'm pissed off. I'm really not happy with how things are. I'm not happy that we have problems that are solvable, but they're not solved because we, the collective humans, are unwilling to solve them. It's fucked up. Are you fucking kidding me? It's 4:20, excuse me. But seriously though, more homes than homeless, like how can a society, like, it has totally painted my whole perception of everything. Because, like, for example, I hear, housing plans, and it's about building new houses, and I'm like, that's unnecessary. But no one wants to do what's really necessary, which is you have to reappropriate the houses. Yeah, it would require reappropriating them. And that is the opposite of what, unless it disadvantages black people or other people of color or immigrants in particular, Americans usually don't like it. Oh wait, this is an item. I didn't realize. I thought it was an upgrade, I didn't realize it was a usable item. Cool. It's really odd. I don't quite understand why bra on your head means everybody has to freeze. Is that like a bad children's game? Oops. Oh, nice. Fancy boy. Or pageant boy. Fuck. Can I imagine having the flat penny with that? Would I have gotten 6 keys? That would have been rad. But essentially, like, also because of the... like, it's because these are data-driven, you know? And like I pointed out at Thanksgiving, it was just my brother's family. So it was just my brother, who's an electrical engineer, and his wife, and their daughter, who's applying to college right now. And, and how I was actually really sad because I realized that her whole her high school life has been the Trump era. And like I can really relate to that too because my adolescence was post 9/11, and so my whole high school life was the Bush administration. And that was very interesting and crazy. Like, being in high school, being a freshman in high school, like, a bunch of 14-year-olds trying to discuss the war in Iraq the night that, like, bombs were sent to Baghdad it's just a weird, surreal experience in retrospect. Like, you know, it was really surreal. Like, that is a day I will always remember, to be honest with you. My theater classes that day. One theater class was about, one theater class, that was what we did. We just discussed it. And it really sucked because, like, there was only one person who kind of supported it, and it was like, oh god, like, I mean, hell. that dude is brave as shit, obviously, to be in a room with 25 other people who do not support you, and in fact, some of which have, like, emotional arguments and thus are very invested in this topic, you know? And you're sort of arguing... It's you know, that dude was brave. Like, it's brave to be a minority, you know, and trying to discuss these things. As a trans person, I obviously know those, right? Like, it's not... Oh, wow. Rosary, which gave me... Oh my god. So, great. I have 6.5 blue hearts and 3 red hearts. But I also... I mean, honestly, fuck the rest of this level. Like, let's just fuck him. Let's just do it, right? Who cares? I'll fucking kick Larry Jr.'s ass. I don't give it no shits. I'll kick him in the ass to his face. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about this giant worm. I don't give no shits about this giant worm. Shit, shit, shit. White flies, fuck. I keep forgetting the white flies are actually one of the most dangerous parts of this fight because they appear out of the poop randomly. Shit, yeah, see, look, like, my movement has been severely reduced here by all these white flies. It's lucky that I have 7 hearts and therefore don't care. Or I had, like, 9 hearts or whatever. Some crazy number. Fuck you, dude! Fuck that fly. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm just like... My mind is just all these places about different kinds of folks I'm pissed off about. Because, like, you know... Hot take. Part of the reason it's fun to argue with Peter Coffin, and part of the reason I think that, like, some of the arguments he makes is that it's more beneficial to argue with people on your side than people who aren't. You know? And, like, he kind of complains about it, but, like, I don't know. It seems like that's his intention, though. I don't know. It's interesting. Like, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not intentional. I mean, it kind of seems like it would be just because it's in line with a lot of the other stuff that he talks about. Like, basically everything he does is, like, part of making this goal happen. And he basically says, like, part of making, like, revolution and class consciousness happen. And he's basically, like, anything that isn't ultimately trying to do that, like, if that's not the ultimate goal, then, like, what's the point? Is his argument. And, you know, that's one perspective. As somebody who is a writer and thus will have to just, like, justify making up a bunch of shit for the rest of my life, because I'm definitely a fiction playwright, you know, I'm not a, it's not that I couldn't research, I just don't like it. I'm not a research. I don't like to write about, like, history. I don't like to write about real people. I much prefer to let my characters tell me who they are, rather than having to, superimpose somebody onto a character. You know, that's why there's so many of these, like, fictionalized biopics, right? Where it's, like, it's some writer's version of a real person, some actor's version of a writer's version of a real person. You know, some actor's version of a director's version of a writer's version of a real person. Of another writer, usually of a biographer's version of a real person. Like, generally it's even more than that. Yeah, generally it's even, like, more removed. And sometimes there's primary sources, meaning, like, direct videos and things like that, or audio, like things you can study. So like someone from the 20th century, someone from the 21st century is very easy to play on a movie, because most likely there is video footage of them, and if it in post-YouTube era, easily, you know. At least whatever they want you to think, or at least what someone wants you to think about them. Generally both. Generally, you end up with both. Anyway, sorry this is so fucking long. I'm just kind of like... It's 4:20. Just chilling. Having deep thoughts. My new partner is really demanding of me to be deep and to express my depth, so it's good to get some practice and, you know, just like talking about deep shit. There's so many things up here. Alright, whatever. Who cares? Whoops. Shit. I accidentally hit a button. I accidentally hit the Apple button instead of the spacebar. Let me also do the little bomb here. Did that not hurt Georgie? Oh, geez. Yeah, please destroy those. Georgie is a harsh customer. Georgie is a tough customer. Let me tell you. It's not... Even just trying to, like, kind of... Just, like, you know, oh, I should just try to survive. It's like, I don't even know where to start with that, you know? Oh, shit. I'm dead. I'm already dead. I did. Well, anyway, if you enjoyed my bizarre 4:00 morning ramblings, please like the video, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more of this, whatever this is. You know, I'm kind of a, I'm trying to figure out what's after. You know, I'm trying to figure out what the next philosophy is. What the next lens to perceive the world by might be. I guess where it is now is there's a lot of them, and there are some you don't have to choose between, and there are some that are just the best explanation for things. So if you want to understand, you know, why the sun rises in the morning, science is the best philosophy for that. If you want to understand why you're so sad all the time, you know. Anyway, sorry, I'm stoned. Smoke weed every day. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you in the next video.